Cause you know I go crazy for mine. And that's just something that you ain't like. Cause I go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh. Hey.
Crazy for mine. And I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. Pull up, hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on side when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's some ways that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me. Cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. And I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine. I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my track list. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Don't know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Don't know it's crazy, yeah. Crazy, huh?
Let's go.
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh?
Late night,
Sex,
no late.
text.
What's the odds against that? Is that a safe
Bet,
casino?
life,
Al Pacino,
nights,
feeling gangster
Like?
in the crazy paradise.
dice.
Paradise.
Simon,
When I leave you,
you go.
when I come,
You
you.
stay.
That's how it always
Goes.
Fuck the mother,
Niggas,
fuck the mother.
niggas.
Just to get back at
Me.
I ain't touched the mother.
Bitches.
Okay, I did.
So what?
We sin, we forgive, you know.
What?
I ain't God, I just try to act
Like him.
You know how hard it is to grow
Up,
I'm so
grown up,
I act,
so tough.
I hold
Back feelings,
It's gotta be
so rough. You
but you still
hold up,
with a smile on your face, but you're so
tone up.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
Just do it, just do it, just do it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
crazy right now. Crazy right now.
Crazy right now.
Crazy right now.
I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Don't even deserve you, baby. I be out way too late, but I don't got no curfew, baby. No, I say, hey, just be patient. Patience is a virtue, baby. When reservations for that dinner, then I mean to desert you, baby. And that was way before the entree. Got a call from my nigga Andre, who said he think he just sang one Kelly and a Beyonce. And they both won't play. So what am I supposed to say? So I'm faded, somewhat vacant in Chicago, but the light is shining brighter than Vegas. I got lost in a condo. I met two twins, Tia and Gia. We had Giordano's. They was from out of town though. They was headed back tomorrow. Oh no. Popping bottles, I'm so real with it. You hate when I'm drunk, but you deal with it. Cause I might be your meal ticket. If I broke your heart tonight, could I?
Mic check. Because I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another iteration of the Sneek and Geek Live. My name is Atreus. Some call me Atreus, others call me Atreus. I am your host. I recognize that we've had a few new subscribers over the weekend or this past week. So I'm going to take this time and this opportunity to let you know what the mission over here is on the Sneek and Geek Live show, okay? So, we are part of the Nerdosphere, okay? I call it the Nerdosphere. We discuss pop culture and entertainment. That's movies, TV shows, video games, books, whatever the case may be, and we marry it with political talking points, okay? We cover controversy. We cover everything surrounding the industry, what's good, what's not, all of that. We're going to start. I have a dream and a goal in mind. I am of the belief that there are traditional people out here, whether political or, in the dating space, red pillars or fitness people who I believe forget about the arts. And here's the thing. It's easy to get on a camera and talk shit about your dating preferences or how people should date, what people should believe, what political ideology you should follow. But I think it's better when you can pull people together and create a film or a video game or write a book or whatever the case may be, and have your ideology or your views woven in. You get what I'm saying? In a way that isn't like pandering or virtue signaling or whatever the case may be. That's what we believe. So it's my goal, one of my dream, to one day be on the Fresh and Fit podcast or Timcast IRL, discussing what we talk about over here on a much more broader sense. Anyway, shout out to everybody who is in the chat. We got YouTube going. We got Rumble going. What else we got? And we got Twitch. So shout out to everybody who's watching. Shout out to everybody on Rumble. And yeah, that's that. We got a lot to go into today. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Make sure you're supporting your favorite content creators so we can continue to get these messages out there so that we can continue to fight the culture war or whatever the case may be. Okay. Today's probably going to go a little bit longer than usual because we got a lot to discuss today. I had to write a goddamn script for this show. Whew. So first things first, I went back and forth. This first topic, I went back and forth on whether or not I actually wanted to do this. And the reason being is because this first particular topic isn't something that I would think that you guys would really care about, but I thought it was very important for me to bring awareness to this because this is affecting everyone. And I'm gonna start off by saying, I'm gonna send my condolences to comedian DC Young Fly, who recently lost the mother of his children, his three beautiful children, after she went to Miami to go and get what's allegedly called a mommy makeover. So, first thing we're gonna do is I want to actually defer to a content creator called Pink Book Lessons, who did a good job covering this woman's life. And I'm gonna tell you why this is important, but I just want to show you a couple of clips from this channel, or whatever case may be. So first off, let me make sure I got my sound and everything right. We build it while we fly it. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is her, okay? This is her right here. Her name is Jacqueline Smith. She was known as Miss Jackie O. And as you can see, she's a very attractive young lady. And she went to Miami, again, to get what's called a mommy makeover. This is what a lot of women, well, I don't know a lot. I don't know how many are actually doing it. But some women go to get cosmetic surgery after having children. It's a multitude of different surgeries. We're talking breast lifts, tummy tucks, BBLs, whatever the case may be. And I just want to play a few clips.
Like little him.
Oops.
Like it was dirty. State no.
I was up.
When we first got together or whatever, but he have no money. Like not like he had no money. Like there was another one. Somebody said like, "Oh, you just got with the DC initially." I assume that you got with DC because for money. Like when we first got together or whatever, but he have no money. Like not like he had no money. Like he was broke, but like he didn't have.
This is DC Young Fly, by the way. He's a famous comedian.
No
He's
money
actually
like
from
that.
the Atlanta area.
I was up like a 40. I was up like 40.
Like 40,000?
Yes.
Okay.
And the hood up as soon as you get up 10, you there, you rich. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not saying like
but
that's not.
I wasn't. Let me see. I was staying with my sister. I was paying bills. I wasn't.
Yeah, like he didn't have his spot. Like when I stayed at.
I stayed at a hotel, but still that was a lot.
We didn't stay at hotels. We stayed. No, get it right.
Before we stayed at
Mo. Talking about a hotel. No, hotels are nice. We stayed at motel. That the beds stunk. Oh no, John, don't walk away. Let's keep it funky. Like.
So what she's describing there is the fact that a lot of people were accusing her of being with DC because of his money. When in reality, when she met him in 2014 on the set of Wildin' Out, because she was a Wildin' Out girl, and obviously he was one of the talents on Wildin' Out, he was actually broke. And broke in the context of famous broke. You get what I'm saying? Because he said he only had about 40,000. But the reason why I felt like this was worth covering and I wanted to speak on this was because I know a lot of people look at her and they might think, oh, she's just another Instagram model, but she was actually not. She was Stacy, your brother? She was a mother. She took her life as a mother seriously. She documented a lot of her life as a mother. She took it very seriously, and she literally documented her life as a mother and whatnot. And she was not out here in the street. She was not doing these, this hot girl summer type thing. She was dedicated to Young Fly. She was dedicated to her children. She had a cosmetic line right there. She did use her social media to market, but she was not out here being a hot ass, if you get what I mean by that. And the thing is, she's as attractive as a young lady she is. Look at her. She's beautiful. Why would she need cosmetic surgery? Is the biggest question ever. And she was actually, I'm trying to find it here, where she actually said it herself. She wanted to do it naturally. She wanted to, kind of, here we go. If you listen to what she's saying.
Surgery. It was tempting.
I'm aware I want to be, in terms of my weight, I had given myself a goal weight. I wanted to be back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which I definitely got to my pre-pregnancy weight. So shout out to my trainer for helping me achieve that goal. So now I just want to tone up. I want to be like super tight and I want abs, and it just sucks because I see girls don't really have to go work out. They just go get surgery and stuff. And I'm over here like, I'm trying to do it naturally.
I guess after
And so she even said she wanted to do it naturally. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons, by the way, who put together a really comprehensive video. She put that together less than 24 hours ago, and already it's over 362,000 views. So it's just a shame that we live in this time where young women feel they need to go and do this, and it is really Instagram. Shout out to Coach who's in the chat. I appreciate you for coming in. Let me check up on Rumble. Okay, so we good on Rumble. And so it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And so I just wanted to continue to say, condolences to him. I really hope that, he finds a better place. Or I don't want to spend too much time on that, but it's got to be awareness brought to this, that we keep losing, especially good women this way. So anyway, all right, so we'll move on. Okay, we gotta talk about Target. We gotta get back to on our subjects. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure y'all are let me see, where is it? I hate when oh, here we go. So yeah, make sure y'all hitting the like button, y'all, and share this video out there. Tell your friends about it. We're gonna continue to roast Target every single day of the week until they get their act together. Okay, until they get their act together. Elon Musk predicts class action lawsuit against Target after company loses $15 billion. Now shout out to Timcast IRL, who did a video on this earlier. I only watched a portion of it though, because I don't want to have my thoughts kind of, manipulated by watching his video. It says Elon Musk expects retail giant Target to be hit with class action lawsuits from investors after the value of the company sunk more than $15 billion since the chain's controversial Pride collection sparked calls for a boycott. Musk, the Tesla mogul and world's second richest person, reacted on Twitter to a tweet by conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, who wrote, breaking, JP Morgan just downgraded Target stock after its longest losing streak in 23 years, citing too many concerns rising. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Target was hit with threats that if they didn't get their act together by, I want to say, the fall, that they would be was it Bud Light or was it Target? I thought it was Target. They had got downgraded and they were they had received threats they would be what's the word for it? Not kicked out of the stock market, but something along that line. Somebody in the chat knows better than me. The bank also cited controversies involving Target, namely the outrage sparked by the company's LGBTQ-friendly Pride collection. Won't be long before there are class action lawsuits by shareholders against the company and board of directors for destruction of shareholder value. Kurt replied to Musk by encouraging legal action against the company, writing 97% of Americans would prefer depoliticized corporations to the hyper-political ones today. He said 97%. I want to make sure y'all compartmentalize that the right way. Kirk replied to Musk by encouraging legal action against the company, writing 97% of Americans would prefer depoliticized corporations to the hyper-political ones today. What does that mean? He's saying that 97% of the American population would prefer companies that just don't speak on political issues. And, you know, I was born in 92. I'm only 30. I'm about to be 31 in September. But coming up, I don't remember companies being this involved in political shit. When did it start? Does anybody in the chat know? Like, who was the first company to come out and start taking political stances? Who started that shit? I don't know. The earliest I can think of is at the height of the Me Too movement. Was it Gillette? That's the earliest I can think of. Did it start with Trayvon Martin? I don't know. Either way, okay, Reed in the comments on YouTube says they were pro-war or anti-war in the 50s and 60s. Okay, cool. Okay. So it's not something that's brand spanking new. The post has sought comment. The post has sought comment from Target. A new report over the weekend found that Target funded a nonprofit that calls for shutting down Mount Rushmore because the landmark is a symbol of white supremacy, demilitarizing the violent U.S. Military, and imposing sanctions on Israel. The cheap chick discount retailer continues to face backlash over LGBT friendly kids clothing. The Minneapolis-based company stock was trading more than 2.4% lower on Monday as 2:52 p.m. Eastern Time. In the last month, the stock price has fallen by nearly 17%. Guys, you can't make this shit up. Target and Bud Light recently came under fire for their efforts to appeal the LGBTQ community, only to come under more fire when they tried to backpedal. Target has long marketed to the LGBTQ community. Listen, the Bud Light effect is getting real. And we got another company that's going to show you that in a little bit. But we're not there yet. The Bud Light effect, I cannot wait to see where this goes. Because so many companies are becoming nervous. And I understand they got to adhere to these ESG scores to get their funding. And they got to get, you know, man, they stuck between a rock and a hard place. But the problem is when you pick a side, you alienate the other side, moron. And the thing is, the question is, okay, they've been doing Pride Month for years, right? So what's the difference now? The difference is people are fed up. All right? It was cool when it was just you dressing up in a miniskirt as a grown-ass man. All right, cool, but now you around here munching on kid butt. I'm not with all that. Pride clothing for children, man. If y'all don't get out of here, shout out to Hypnotic, who's in the chat. He says SSS. Not sure what that means, but shouts out to you, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. But again, Target better get their shit together, dog. I don't really. Is there any getting your shit together at this point? I don't know, because you got some that are doubling down, others. How long? What I think they're doing is they're betting on you not being able to keep the boycott going. What I was debating on, and I know I haven't did the street interviews yet, but what I was debating on is, because I got a Target right up the street. I'm debating on going up there and asking black people why y'all still shopping here. And recording it. I'm debating on it. But anyway, since we're already talking about the Bud Light effect on companies, we can go ahead, and I was gonna wait till later to kind of go into this, but why wait? Might as well go into them right now, because Xbox is feeling the Bud Light effect them damn selves. Will you get out of here? You see this? Let me make sure that y'all can actually see this, man, because there we go. There we go. Xbox divides opinion after taking down its Pride Month logo. I saw the memes on this, but they was roasting the hell out of Xbox. That's funny. That is absolutely funny. So Xbox has divided many after removing its Pride Month logo just after a few days. Pride Month is upon us, which means it's time for many companies to unveil their rainbow logos and then drop them faster than Vin Diesel behind the wheel on July 1st. Xbox was among the brands to debut its new colorful design after announcing its long-term partnership with GLAAD to grow the number of queer characters in its upcoming first-party Xbox titles. Let me give you a piece of advice. Let me give Xbox a piece of advice. You are in no position to prioritize diversity in your games when you have yet to deliver any games worth buying in the first fucking place. Or am I tripping? Last I checked, your last game, Redfall, flopped. It was terrible. It was garbage. Nobody played it, and the ones that did are deeply regretting it. The gaming community does not fuck with that shit. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want to say. You can look at Kind of Funny and IGN and Kotaku and all of those goofballs and G4 and all of those goofballs, and you can think the gaming industry is woke if you want to. Well, you can think your customers is woke if you want to. But I guarantee you, come out with a game and try to push one of these LGBT characters to the forefront and see how quickly it flops. I dare you. I double dare you. I dare you to do it. Especially if it ain't good. Your best bet would be to play it safe as possible. Just give us a good game with toxic white males and a little bit of toxic black males. Play it safe for right now. You already doing Perfect Dark Zero, which everybody accepts. Female protagonist, we accept that. Don't come in here talking about, oh, she's a lesbian. That shit go okay. Keep playing around with fire if you want to, Xbox. You don't have the type of reputation to where you can experiment around with this shit. PlayStation does, and they don't even do it. Well, they did with recently old girl. What's that? Horizon? Anyway, Reed says, I watched something on Liberal Hive Mind about BlackRock. I will link it to you on Discord. Watch it on your own and see if it is to be added into the show. Okay, we'll do that. Representation is a vast and multi-faceted topic. It can mean more LGBTQIA characters, more story moments featuring LGBTQIA themes, or even creating worlds, blah, 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 blah. For us, it includes empowering our LGBT, blah, 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 blah. He added that the company would be making changes so that queer visibility is a driving factor moving forward. And along with this proclamation, the new logo was debuted, only to be removed 4 days into Pride Month. It was subsequently replaced by the Diablo 4 artwork. However, the company reverting to its old logo did not go unnoticed. One user pinned on Twitter, we been knew these corporations giving support to Pride Month is only for monetary benefits. Look what happens when they think showing support is no longer profitable. We tried to tell you morons that BS, but you don't like to listen. You don't like to listen. It's called corporate pandering. You shouldn't be surprised by this. However, some were seemingly unbothered. As one wrote, it's okay. They were promoting a game that has a song by two gay people. Okay. Another defendant can't believe some people are actually making a big fuss out of this. It'll probably go back to Pride Month profile picture later on anyway. Xbox also uploaded a Facebook cover to promote Facebook cover photo to celebrate the month. However, that has also been replaced. And you know what? That's probably a good point. It'll probably go back to Pride anyway. But the point is, y'all was making a big deal about this, so we will too. But the corporate pandering, a lot of companies are becoming very, very, very careful about how they move on this Pride stuff. I don't blame them. Because damn it, you can run your company straight into the ground fucking around with that stuff. The Bud Light effect is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, you know, if you woke, better be careful. Better be careful, SpongeBob. All right. All right, where we at? Let me check my script. Let me check my script now. Let's see. Cross that out, and we just did that. We're gonna come back to Xbox actually, because we got some gaming news to go over. But before we get into the gaming news, we got a couple of small stories we want to go over. Where y'all at? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling over in the chat? Okay, so we good. We good over there. All right. Let's see what we got. You know what? Let's go ahead and take care of this. This is what I meant to cover last week, but I forgot on the show, which is part of the reason why I've written the script. So as you know, Street Fighter 6 recently came out, and people are loving it. I am going to get it. And then we'll probably, you know, stream a lot of it over on the other channel, the gaming channel. But as Street Fighter came out, they announced that there would be some classic outfits. And there's a character, a particularly thick and highly attractive character named Cammy, whose classic outfit allegedly should have never been brought back to Street Fighter. It says Cammy, let me go. Street Fighter 6 has received critical acclaim ahead of its launch this week, and even before we could get our thumbs around it, the character models were generating a lot of discussion. Cammy switched her iconic swimsuit, right? I think it's actually supposed to be a camouflage leotard, but in reality, it was a lycra that barely covered anything. In any case, it was switched out for leggings and a cropped jacket, which covered her up a lot more, but also looked much better on her. Now the old outfit is back, and it's gross. This is not an ill hot outfits on hot women take. I will be maining jury and will take no questions on whether her feet are a factor in that choice. I want Christy Montero and Tekken 8 with her cross chest bikini top and capris with slits in the thighs. I have a series of articles declaring my love for the Pokemon Tesserina. Oh, okay, whatever. She's talking a bunch of bullshit. This outfit has always been kind of weird, but the extra details in Street Fighter 6, the solidification of the cartoonish realism the art style aims for, and the game's penchant for dramatically low angles, all combine here to make it appear ridiculous. While her new outfit is cool and fresh, the return of the classic look looks extremely dorky. Shorty is thick. Shorty is thick. Mamacita got it going on. Lord have mercy. I'll pay any amount. You know what pisses me off about video games? Video games where they create these unrealistically attractive women, and I can't fucking do nothing with them. I can't meet her in real life. I can't do nothing. I can't even send her a DM on Instagram. Lord have mercy. Who is Lord? Oh my God. That girl is fine, and Shorty who wrote this article is mad as hell because she don't look like that. What is her name? Let's go and look her up. Stacy Henley. Let's do a little Google. What does Stacy Henley look like? I guarantee you, she just jealous because she don't look like that. Lord have mercy. Let's look up Stacy Henley. I bet you won't be able to find it. Oh, hell no. Wait! No wonder you mad, bitch! Oh my God. Holy. I'm gonna need you to delete this whole article. Nah. You don't talk to me about what's weird and what's gross because you see an attractive woman in a video game. What are you? Is this even a woman? Can somebody confirm, or is this even a woman? Chat! Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. He said, there we go. Sorry. Sorry about that. Is this even a woman, y'all? Or am I tripping? No! No wonder you're mad about Cammy being attractive in a video game. Look at you! Man, chat. Man. Let me go. Let me get back into my original point, man. Wow. You can't make this shit up. I knew it. I fucking knew it every goddamn time. Let me tell y'all something. I've said this on the show before. I'll say it again. Feminism is a weapon used by unattractive women and men who want to be women to even the odds with attractive women. They don't like seeing attractive women get anything. They don't like seeing, if you don't get the hell out of here, the gaming industry, not the gaming industry, gaming customers are primarily made of men. Get over it. Men like attractive women. Get over it. And putting Cammy in her classic outfit, where we get to see how thick she is a win, baby. Is a win. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull her up now. Let me see if I can pull her up now. No, hold on. They don't like it. They don't like seeing attractive women get praise. They want to see busted, disgusted trans women get all of the praise. That's what they want to see. That's what these feminists want to see. Y'all want to see Cammy? Y'all better be glad I can't. Y'all better be glad I can't pull up some of her. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's gross to you? Looks amazing to me. Looks amazing to me. Also, I just want to take this opportunity. I just want to take this opportunity to point out the fact that for all my women of color out there, y'all be talking all this shit about how your body types have been shamed up until now. Get the fuck out of here. Who's shaming this? Like, go straight to hell. Anyway, let's move on, man. You can't make this shit up, dog. You can't make it up. You can always predict it. I regret the fact that my screen had froze up. Jason Holt says, what a handsome woman. Shout out to Jason Holt, who's in the chat. I appreciate you for stopping by. Reed goes, looks like Steve Tyler, and dude looks like a lady. You can't make this shit up. Reed, man. I swear one of these days I'm gonna get Reed out here to Atlanta, man. One of these days. Okay, what we got next on the script? We got Cammy out the way. We got Cammy. How much time we got left? We good. We making good time. Whew, sheesh. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All the links are in the description. Rumble, Twitter, TikTok, all that. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm going viral on TikTok, so you know how that goes. I got a bunch of people on TikTok making hit pieces about me, responding to my videos, so I'm kind of avoiding TikTok right now. I don't even have my notifications turned on for that thing. Anyway, all right, so what we got? What we want to go into next? Okay. Let's get some game. Let's get some. Nah, before we get into that, let's talk about this for a little bit. Here we go again, right? Here we go again with these wokesters, right? Trying their best to adopt things for themselves that was never meant for them. Child mutilation activists claim, first of all, bounding in the comics is super petty, really petty. They just got, they be killing me with them Bible verses, man. But child mutilation activists claim Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse's Gwen Stacy is transgender. How did Long Beach? What about the transgender? Is that how you said it? Numerous body mutilation activists took to social media to claim Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Verse is transgender. Twitter user Gray Fox Leah posted on Twitter, Gwen Stacy is trans. Her whole art is a trans allegory. The colors are the trans flag. Her whole story is a trans allegory. I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't watched it yet. But nothing about that story had anything to do with being trans. And now that her colors are trans. The user then added, but the most telling, her white cop dad wears the trans colors on her uniform. No effing cop is that much of an ally unless they have a trans family member. The user then added, by the way, I'm cool with shoving trans, queer, and POC characters down y'all's throat. If you don't like it, you have shitty taste, and someone has to give you something with fucking flavor. Can't just have salt on everything. These people are sick, man. I'm going to tell you trans folks, just like I'm telling black people. You are more than welcome to go and make your own shit. As a matter of fact, you are making your own shit. And where is it? It's flopping. It's flopping, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it flopping? Because nobody wants to watch it. And let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say Gwen Stacy is trans, right? Let's pretend she is trans. And that, she's trans and just the studio didn't want to come out and say it for whatever reason. They didn't want to come out and say it. Do you seriously think that after seeing what's happened to Target, Budweiser, Xbox, and all these other companies, you think that they're going to ruin their goodwill that they garnered with this second film, with the first film and the second film, by announcing in any way, shape, form, or fashion that Gwen Stacy is trans? Oh, and by the way, if you because we know that. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that Miles, has feelings for Gwen, and I'm thinking at some point they're gonna pay that off. If you take even a half black character and put him in a relationship with a trans woman, I guarantee you every nigga in the hood gonna be like, nope. I'm trying to tell you, one of the stereotypes about the black community that's probably absolutely true is the black community probably is homophobic, especially the men. They might be hypocrites, maybe they on the DL or something like that, but I'm telling you right now, if you, especially with those Umar Johnson following black people, Umar Johnson was just going viral for saying that that trans ideology is a white supremacist weapon to emasculate and mutilate black children. And I'm like, are you some moron? Are you not looking at the news? White people fighting this just as much as you are, you idiot. But it's people that follow Umar Johnson and they believe what he says. So if you come with the third movie and say that Miles Morales is in a relationship with Gwen Stacy, who is a trans woman, I guarantee you niggas not going to watch it. So good luck. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Good luck with that. You can try your luck. You can try your luck. Woo! All right, we can scratch Gwen Stacy off the list. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Leave a comment in the chat. Let me know where y'all are watching from, what state, how you liking the content, what would you like to see improve, or whatever the case may be. In the comment, we got Reed who says, no, Jason says Shadowban Army, no doubt, on point. I appreciate that. Reed says, bro, always remember if you see a lump in her throat, it is not a depth meter. Jason says that would never work. Nope, the F out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like that's where, and I'm gonna say something that might be controversial. I don't know. If there wasn't so many black people, and some white people who were living life through the color of their skin or their identity, black folks and white folks can really come together and get this bullshit out of our schools. We really could. But it's too many people like Dr. Umar Johnson who live life through the color of their skin, and they just can't see eye to eye with a white person because somehow they're convinced they're still being slapped on the back of on the backs with whips. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. If you feel like trans ideology is a weapon against black people, then why don't you partner with the people every day fighting to get it, like Matt Walsh? But I guarantee you somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson believes that Matt Walsh is a white supremacist. Even though they're fighting against the same thing. You're fighting against the same damn thing, but you wouldn't partner with him because you think he's a white supremacist because he's a Republican. Boy, some people just third world stupid. Anyway, let's move on. I can go on a rant about that. All right, what we got left? Okay, I think we got one small story left. Yeah, we got one small story left before we get into our main story. No, we don't have one. We got a couple stories left. I said this was probably gonna go on longer than normal. All right, here we go. Oh boy, here we are again. Staying on the topic of, I gotta get a damn ad blocker, bro. Staying on the topic of woke identity politics infiltrating the entertainment industry and destroying everything in its wake. Disney has now fired the maker of the Toy Story spinoff, Lightyear. Makers of Lightyear flop among, first of all, The Guardian is petty. Makers of the Lightyear flop among Pixar job cuts by Disney. Your boy Bob Iger over at Disney just over there just slash. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Nigga, when you gonna fire Kathleen goddamn Kennedy? Fire her. Walt Disney's Pixar Animation Studios has eliminated 75 positions, including those of 2 executives behind the box office disappointment Lightyear, sources said on Saturday. The first significant job cuts at the studio in a decade. In a decade. You want to know why it's been that long? Because Pixar is usually out here throwing haymakers. Until Pixar, at some point, decided to go woke with the rest of the company. We're going to do these woke identity politics. We're going to give you stuff you ain't asked for. We're going to come after your children. And then, boom, flop. Flop. Is there any conceivable reason why Disney and Pixar, where many would have considered before this year, the greatest animation studios in entertainment, would have a Toy Story spinoff that flop while Mario and Spider-Man, not even the actual Spider-Man, doing big numbers at the box office? How is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse out earning a Lightyear movie, a Toy Story movie of any kind? Make that shit make sense to me. Especially, y'all keep telling me, racism. Well, let's continue. The cuts included Lightyear director Angus MacLane, a 26-year Pixar veteran who was part of the senior creative team on such acclaimed films as Toy Story 4 and Coco. Galen Sussman, producer of Lightyear, also departed. Sussman had been at Pixar since the release of the original Toy Story movie in 1995. MacLane and Sussman could not be reached for comment. Michael Agelnick. That can't be his name for real. Agelnick? Jason Holt says if Chris Evans would have never posted to social media, he would still be considered Captain America. I don't know, bro. I kind of disagree with that because I wouldn't be surprised if they really thought that going with a black Captain America would win them ESG points and probably be big going forward. I don't know. MacLane and Sussman, yeah, I read that part already. The cuts, which took place on May 23rd, are part of Disney Chief's executive Bob Iger's previously announced plan to eliminate 7,000 jobs and slash $5.5 billion in costs. They probably was waiting for Elemental to drop because I believe Elemental is a Pixar film. Wait, before I misspeak, let me check that. Let me check that first. Let me check that before I say that. Elemental. Yeah. Pixar. So they was probably waiting to. They probably didn't fire them right away because they was waiting to see how Elemental was gonna do. But they probably looking at the writing on the wall, and Elemental is looking like it's about to flop regardless. So they was like, "Why wait? We just fire you niggas right now." Jason Holt says, "Good point. I liked him as Cap before he yapped." Yeah, man, and that's why they're saying the death of the star is here because too many of these damn movie stars are talking too much. That comment he made, the dinosaurs will die off. Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm 30, nigga. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. Hopefully I ain't going nowhere no time soon. But yeah, though, so I just wanted to point that out real quick. The makers of the Lightyear film, they have been fired, and that's what happens when you continuously virtue signal and pander to an audience that don't got no money. Even if they had money, they wouldn't support you anyway because they got ADHD. Well, I got ADHD, but they can't focus on anything. At least I got ADHD, but I can focus on a YouTube channel, right? So, whatever. We're gonna move on. All right. Before we get into our final story, I gotta get into this right here. I did say we was gonna go on a little bit longer. Okay, so As y'all know, in 7 days, no, today is the 5th, so in 6 days, actually. On the 11th, I think that's Sunday, Microsoft will be having their games showcase. Now, I want to remind y'all that on this channel, we do the live show. We do talk games, but the gaming content will go on my second channel, over on it's just my, it's called Atreus Plays. So I'm actually going to link, I'm going to put that. Hold on, let me see. There it is. I'm actually going to put that, link that in the chat for those of you who want to subscribe, because that's where my gaming content, for those of you who are interested in that, that's where my gaming content is going to go. Because I recognize that over here, you guys, but during the live show, I'll talk about it and then I'll cut it up and I release it for those who cannot make the live show, because that's what the point of that is. But Xbox is having a game showcase, and this is coming fresh after the PlayStation had their game showcase, and it was garbage, trash, nobody liked it, buns. They should have kept it to themselves. Well, now the Xbox showcase is getting a lot of hype, and some people are really skeptical about it. All right, so this Sunday, the 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be able to enjoy the Xbox Game Showcase, where we will be presented with some of the biggest news from Microsoft for the coming months or years. Forza Motorsport and Starfield are 2 games that we will see for sure. Since in fact both arrived this fall, but there are others like Fable and Hellblade 2 that could also be present. But what is also confirmed is that all the games that we'll see in charge of the Xbox studios will have in-game footage, or what is the same, no trailer, will be solely and exclusively shown with only CGI mechanics. None of our first-party games in the show are full CG trailers. And Aaron Greenberg, vice president of Xbox on Twitter, responded to a fan: everything is either in-game footage, in-engine footage, or in-game footage with some cinematics. Each of our trailers will be labeled so it is hopefully clear for our fans. So Aaron Greenberg is the marketing lead for Xbox. But that wasn't the only thing he said, right? And because of the things that he said, he has gotten a lot of people hyped about this. And shout out to my my girl Cult Classic Cage, who made a video saying that the show is overhyped. And let me see. Let me see if I can find. So there's a couple of things that he said. He said there would be no, he said he could confirm that there will be no movie trailers on this show. Those were his words. Let me matter of fact, I just bring this over here for y'all. This is on Twitter, right? He said, can confirm there will be no movie trailers in our game show. This is a shot at Sony, because Sony had a Gran Turismo trailer at their show. And so they must be really confident that their show is good, because if you're taking shots at Sony, then, I mean, like, listen, Sony's been kicking your ass for years, so you better come with it. What else? Also, replying to a comment, this is what he said. So this person says, Aaron Greenberg rectifies that he wasn't teasing Fable. Guys, do yourselves a favor and don't expect Fable at the showcase. Avoid being disappointed. There will be several other games and still be great. Let me see. Let me actually go to his, because I want you to see the reply, who he was replying to. Okay, so as you can see, this is Elron Gaming, who says, Aaron, I recommend posting the famous temper the expectations tweet. Some podcasts have mentioned crazy expectations for the Xbox Showcase. I think the show will be great, and many of the previously announced games will be there in addition to new surprises. And Aaron Greenberg replies, no plans to tease, temper, or spoil anything. Love seeing all the wild expectations. My advice is to just come in open-minded and enjoy the ride. Appreciate the years of hard work. So many teams have put their heart and soul into this for y'all. Guys, I've been following Aaron Greenberg for years on Twitter. Normally, when there's an Xbox Showcase coming, this nigga is the first to say, wait a minute, temper your expectations. He actually he could have done that, but he didn't. He actually welcomed the wild expectations. Now, does this mean that they're gonna blow our minds away? I don't know, because from my point of view, the disconnect between what the corporate suits think and what the gamers think is always wild to me. But I want to kind of show off some of Miss Cage's reaction to some of this. Shout out to her. All right. She's very pessimistic about this. We're gonna see what Miss Cage. Shout out, this is the love of my life. Shout out to her. We're gonna see what some of her opinions is on it. We're gonna go.
Aaron Greenberg, and doesn't necessarily equate to gameplay or good gameplay. So the showcase field, because guess what? They said gameplay last time. And what did they proceed to give us? A lot of bad gameplay. So when you're telling me this, it's just, oh, well, we want to make ourselves look better than PlayStation because PlayStation showed a lot of CGI trailers. And it's just like, okay, but this doesn't necessarily equate to gameplay or good gameplay. So the showcase, you know, they're going to be showing a lot from what I heard. But they say none of the first-party trailers shown during next weekend's Xbox Games Showcase will consist entirely of CG footage, it claims, after tweeting on Sunday that their Xbox has literally said that they're not even competing with PlayStation. So what are you doing? Which opens for the entirety of CG, for an entirely CG trailer for upcoming PlayStation Studios title Fair Game. Greenberg also told another follower that there will be no movie trailers in our game show. Well, if that doesn't make it super obvious that they're throwing shade at PlayStation, I don't know what does. As a possible reference to the Gran Turismo trailer, no shit, it's a reference to the Gran Turismo trailer, which was shown during the PlayStation Showcase, and I absolutely dumped on PlayStation for that. The fact that they actually went out of their way to show a movie showcase and garbage hardware in their Fent. Yeah.
By the way, that new PlayStation handheld streaming device is fucking garbage. Absolute fucking garbage. But whatever.
Pissed me off, admittedly so. But this summer's Xbox Game Showcase will take place on Sunday, June 11th, and will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The showcase will immediately be followed by a Starfield Direct discussion, focusing solely on Bethesda's upcoming Xbox-exclusive Starfield. Now, real quick, guys, this is also something Aaron Greenberg said. He said, 7 days until our first ever double feature, roughly 2 hours of nonstop games, and Starfield. I'm hoping to see something from Obsidian that's like one of their big RPGs, if it be The Outer Worlds 2 or Avowed. If Avowed is showed, then I'm happy. And I'm talking about actual gameplay. Not to me, all this CGI shit, all we have to go on from Avowed, it's been, what, like 3 years now, is a CGI trailer. I need to see gameplay, guys. This game's been in development for how long? And Obsidian's been busy with nonsense games, like that side-scroller and the little kids, the little mini kids, whatever, little ant children. I can't be bothered with that nonsense. I go to Obsidian because I want open world RPGs or open area RPGs, such as is the Outer Worlds. That's what I want to see from Obsidian, not little indie-like games. So if they showed Avowed, I'll be super happy. People are hoping for Perfect Dark. There's a lot of things that people are hoping for. And guys, let's just not get our hopes up. They will show third party, and a lot of third party will probably show CGI trailers or like not gameplay. So to me, that's concerning. But this is nothing to be hyped about, guys. They aren't mentioning gameplay, and that's for a reason, because they know that if everything had gameplay attached to it, we all know they would be championing that shit straight up. So let's hope for the best, guys, but prepare for the worst. It's Xbox. If Xbox does well, I will certainly praise them. I praised them when they showed off Hi-Fi Rush. That,
well, you see how she feels. You get what I'm saying? You see how. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage. By the way, subscribe to her channel. She's doing pretty well. She recently hit 2,000 subscribers, and she's already at 2,150. So shouts out to her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not as pessimistic about Xbox as she is. As far as the Redfall thing goes, as I've said before, they got Redfall when it was already in development. It was already in development, and they foolishly decided to take a hands-off approach. That was foolish. I'm just going to say from my personal point of view, I'm not spending $7.5 billion on a company to have a hands-off approach. Just my personal opinion. And so as far as what the expectations from this show, I expect to see Hellblade. I expect to see, Avowed. But, I haven't been keeping up with, I haven't been following Xbox the way that I used to. I used to watch the Xbox 2 podcast all the time till I realized that, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to start no beef. But that's just how I feel. I think they have it easy to do better than what PlayStation did. And quite frankly, let's also keep it a bean. People are interested in different things, man. From what I can tell, based on what I know about Cassie, is that she and I have different taste in games. So what she's going to be excited for is not exactly what I'm going to be excited for. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, I was really excited about Street Fighter 6. She wasn't. I played the hell out of Resident Evil 4. She didn't. So people have different taste in games. And so I might come away excited for what they bring. She might not. Or she might come away excited. And I might come away with like, man, I don't want to play none of that shit. But anyway, we're going to move on. We got to get into our final topic. We got to get into our final topic. Boom. Reed says, I thought I was the love of your life. Pause. I tried to be nice, but now I will start to wear the clown pants in this relationship and show you how to honk that horn. Pause. What is Reed talking about? Jason Holt says gamer mental health prior to release date equals realistic expectations about the day 1 and day 90 patches. That's facts. I can't even lie. That's facts. Okay. Let's get into our main topic of the day and what we're going to be discussing. Okay. The Little Mermaid and Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. The question is, why was Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse successful and not the Little Mermaid? Okay. Spider-Man, hold on, let me get to the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse swings to a massive $120.5 million opening domestically. Why is this significant? Because the Little Mermaid only did 117 with a 4-day holiday weekend. With not even, Spider-Man didn't even have half the budget. Remember, the budget that the Little Mermaid had was $250 million plus $150 million marketing budget. That's $400 million. Spider-Man spent half of that, $100 million on the movie, and probably about $80 to $100 million on marketing. And they made more. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Where are the races? That's what I'm asking. Where are the races at? Why didn't y'all review bomb this movie? Am I tripping? Oh, where's this? And now you got the media. Are they waving the white flag? Are they waving? Hold on, because I lost something. There we go. Is the media waving the white flag? Is The Little Mermaid a box office success? This is coming from MovieWeb. This is a credible website. I used to be on their website all the time to keep up with all the movies that were coming out. The Little Mermaid, the live-action remake of the classic 1989 Disney animated film of the same name, has become so shrouded in debate and politicization. Yeah, fuck that word. That simply liking the film or not liking the film has become less about holding a critical opinion and more about defending an ideological position and making a statement. While many people honestly felt that the very idea of remaking the beloved 1989 film was pointless, if not sacrilegious, Much of the criticism of the remake has, of course, centered around the remake's perceived woke agenda, specifically with the casting of Halle Bailey, a black actress, as the film's titular character in a traditionally red-haired and white role. Let's get to the point. Released in North America on May 26 prior to the Memorial Day weekend, The Little Mermaid grossed $118.6 million over the Friday to Monday Memorial Day frame, slightly ahead of the 2019 live-action remake of Aladdin, which did $116.8. However, this $118.6 million opening weekend at the domestic box office was more than offset by a lackluster opening weekend performance in the international markets, where The Little Mermaid only grossed $63.8 million, including a pitiful $2.5 million opening weekend gross from an all-important Chinese market. Jesus, as the previous live-action Disney remake films have made more money at the international box office than domestically, and by a wide margin, The Little Mermaid is in very bad position to simply reach a break-even point financially, much less earn a sizable profit. With a $250 million production budget and a reported $140 million marketing costs, The Little Mermaid, under the most generous of projections, needs to gross approximately $560 million at the worldwide box office, according to Hollywood insiders, to reach its break-even threshold. That's cap. Okay, just do the math. If they spent $400 million on the movie, okay, if they spent $400 million on the movie, remember, every dollar that they bring in, the theaters get 40% of that. So, and I did the math last night. If they brought in $800 million, which, you know, most people say that's probably what they need to make to make a profit, $320 million of that $800 million goes to the theaters, and that leaves them with what? $480 million. Well, you spent $400 million on the movie, therefore you only made $80 million. It's a profit, but you don't spend $400 million on a movie to only make $80 million. This movie needs to make $1 billion to be a success. Remember, people, they're looking for a success. They're not looking for just a profit. I mean, yeah, you are looking for a profit, but when you're spending $400 million on a movie, you're thinking it's going to make you $1 billion and beyond. You don't spend $400 million on a movie to only make $80 million. We're going to do the math one more time for the people in the back who don't understand. Theaters get 40% of the profits. If you spend $400 million on a film, which Little Mermaid did, and you make $800 million at the box office, theaters get $320 million of that. That leaves you with $480 million. Subtract $400 million, because that's what you already spent on the movie, right? You started in the negative. No. Do it this way. You started back with what you had. You started with $400 million. You subtracted it. You added another $480 million because that's what you made at the box office. And then now you have an extra $80 million. That's all you made was $80 million. So, however, this $560 million figure, which assumes a $300 million domestic gross and a $260 million international gross, also includes $100 million in expected earnings from television, both free and paid television, another $100 million from home entertainment, digital and DVD, and $80 million from the international television sales and streaming rights. Basically, the $560 million break-even scenario accounts for an exhaustion of film's potential revenue streams beyond its theatrical life, and leaves little possibility for the film to be able to achieve any substantial profit for Disney. Where's the last comment I'm trying to get? Basically, it's a flop. Now, so the question is, why did The Little Mermaid fail, whereas Miles Morales Spider-Man didn't? Okay, why? Because Miles Morales is his own separate character. Okay, his own separate character. Yes, he's a tokenized version of Spider-Man. Yes, but he's not Peter Parker. On top of that, they don't belittle Peter Parker to prop him up. They don't virtue signal. They don't talk about the Black experience. They show you the Black experience. That is the best part about about Miles Morales. They don't talk about the black experience or the Hispanic experience. They show it to you. They show you the fact that he's wearing Jordans, which, you know, arguably a lot of people wear Jordans, but in the black community, niggas love Jordans. They show you the fact that he's wearing Jordans. They're showing you his hair, which is, you know, nappy and niggerish. You know what I'm saying? They show you the fact that there's hip hop music playing whenever he's swinging. You get what I'm saying? Instead of the normally epic, cinematic kind of music that's playing with Spider-Man, Peter Parker is swinging. But with Miles Morales, it's hip hop music. They show you him speaking Spanish. They show you him, you know, with certain type of Hispanic foods and stuff like that, you know, he eats or whatever the case may be. They show you, not tell you. They're not marching in the street going Black Lives Matter and waving flags and doing all this nonsense. They're showing it to you. And I'm not talking about just in this movie. I'm talking about across comics, video games, and whatever the case may be. The way he dressed, the way he talks, his attitude towards the world, they're showing you. On top of that, he's a fan of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. And he's a kid. And he's being mentored by Spider-Man, Peter Parker. What is Ariel? What is Halle Bailey's Ariel? She's a race swap version. Nobody likes that. Nobody. And they're trying to convince you this is a better version. It's not. It's just not. Virtue signaling, woke agenda, propaganda, feminist propaganda, and just trying to shove their agenda down your throat is the reason why The Little Mermaid flopped and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did not. I'm sorry, that title, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, is just it's a lot to say, man. But anyway, whew. Over here in the comments, Reed says because he wasn't race swap, pretty much. Jason Holt says that makes sense. Show, don't tell. That is the #1 way. First of all, that's one of the primary lessons you learn in film. Regardless, you show, you do not tell. Okay, that's one of the primary lessons you learn in film. And if you and like I said, even stuff that is woke can be successful if you show and not tell. That's why Wednesday was good. That's why that Prey movie was good. What's the movie I watched recently that was kind of woke, but it was good? I forgot. I'll think of it later. But the point is, if you show it to us and stop telling it to us and stop preaching it to us, then we have nothing to complain about. As long as it's good, it's still got to be good. It's still got to be good. Just because you show it to us don't mean that we will ignore it. Because even if you show it to us, because I mean, it's not like The Little Mermaid was trying to preach to you, not the movie itself. It was the people around it trying to preach to you. But if it's bad, it's bad. And while I don't agree, like I saw Geeks and Gamers talking about The Little Mermaid, he said the movie was just bad, it was terrible, and all of this. I don't agree with that. The movie's not terrible. It's okay. I do believe Halle Bailey's performance was well done, but the rest of it just wasn't good. And so 5 out of 5, 6 out. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 is where it's fine. Are you going to rewatch it? Probably not. Can you get through it? Absolutely, you can. Jason Holt says the eye and mind pick that up and you process it without being told what to think. There you fucking go. There you go. Absolutely. Let me read that for y'all again who's not able to look at the comments. Jason Holt says the eye and the mind pick that up and you process it without being told what to think. Exactly. I didn't say that, Jason. I didn't say 5 out of 5. Don't you? That was a typo. I mean, not a typo. That was a speako. Whatever, man. I gotta get up out of here. All right, guys. That's been the show. I really appreciate y'all for coming through. We went a little bit over today, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It was worth it. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Shout out to the coach for coming through. Hypnotic for coming through. Jason Holt for coming through. Shout out to Reed. As always, I'm gonna hit you up in the Discord because I know you sent me something. I ain't forgot about you. Shout out to everybody who's ninja watching on Rumble. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back on Wednesday. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. And I am out. I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.